I don't want you to kill your arms. Yeah, this side. Just move whatever you want to. We're getting ready to do a high fat meal here. Everybody asks me and they say, how do you get extra fats in your meal? Or, I eat cheese that has fat. I eat dairy, it has fat, sour cream. I eat fatty cuts of meat. I'm not losing weight. How is it that you've lost 54 pounds in 5 weeks? Thank you, my dear.
Tell me where I'm at.
You're going to tilt me top side down a little bit. There you go. That'll work. Are you going to be able to hang with this for a while? We'll see. We'll see. Downward, 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 downward. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to pop this on here. Here we go. So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to make a dinner tonight. My beautiful sister-in-law is over hanging out with me for the evening. She's waving at you with her finger on the way, by the way, on the side. And so she loves veggies. I love veggies. And we don't have any husbands, so we get to eat how we want. But I thought it was a perfect opportunity to show you guys how I eat and still manage to get added fat. Plus, it gives you an idea of what you can do for supper one night. Why not, right? So what I'm going to make tonight, and I haven't called it anything, is I'm going to take, if you can just, there you go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take chicken. There you go. Look, she's like, ah.
Maybe, am I there?
This is what happens when your technical device is smarter than you and you can't figure out how to use it.
Am I there?
Yeah, you got it. You got it. So I'm going to take some chicken, and I'm going to get this going, guys. It took me about 15 minutes to prep, and what I did was I've got in the bowl here rough chopped zucchini, mini bell peppers, just these little guys here, one of each color, in this bowl, and then I've got about 6 mushrooms sliced up, and then I have onion and garlic. So the concept here is when this pan gets a little bit hot, I'm going to put some olive oil in the pan. We're going to cook up the chicken, which I just did the boneless, skinless thighs, and they're wonderful. Why? Because thighs have a higher fat content than the breast. So there's one way right there to get a little extra fat. I see people are popping up. It's all good.
Oh,
but hi, I can't, you know how I am about this, y'all. Oh, look. Oh, my gosh. You guys all pop up like magic. It's magic. Hola. Maintenance. 13 months from Kansas. Awesome. Lori. Kate. Keto. Oh, it's Keto Fat Girl. No more. Awesome. All right. So, anyways, that's the deal. I'm going to start this out. And I didn't want to sauce this up, guys. It's hot out here in East Texas today. It's like 90-something degrees. Nobody wants to eat heavy because it'll just make you feel a little like poo. Another Kansas girl there. Cool beans. So what we're going to do is get all this sauteed, and then we're going to use some of these Pasta Zero noodles. And I'm going to show you all how you can prepare them, and because they're kind of freaky. They just are because they're liquid noodles in a bag, and they have a funky dunky smell. So just saying. I'm just saying how that goes, all right? So we're getting hot here. Extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is a wonderful source of fat for us on keto, guys. It's heart healthy, it's yummy, and I'm being generous. If you want to hit this right here, Vic, that'd be great. I probably got, probably 3 or 4 tablespoons. I don't want it to be drippy, greasy, but I want the fat in there, okay? So I'm just going to let that get a little hot. And then to go with that tonight, we're going to do a tomato, basil, cucumber salad. We're going to add some red onion, and then I've got some marinated mozzarella to go in it. And then I'm going to hit it with more olive oil and a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Now, I know that the balsamic vinegar has a slight sweetness to it, and I think it's like 3 tablespoons of carbs, or 3 carbs per 3 tablespoons, something like that. I don't care. I'm just saying. I don't count my carbs. I'm not going to go heavy-handed on it, and it doesn't have added sugar. It's just fermented grapes into vinegar. So, let's see. Okay, y'all are cross-talking, I think. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. You guys, your commentary kind of disappears, like it fades, and that's cool because then I couldn't see kind of my feedback. So I'm just gonna get this in the pan, guys. I gotta tell y'all something. I got a comment on my nutritional yeast bread video, and somebody said, if she says, every time this lady says guys, punch your mom in the face. What? I deleted it. But I was like, do I say it that much? I know I say y'all a lot, but it is what it is. I can't be anybody but me. That's what my husband always says. All right, so this is, I can feel the heat coming off this. I probably took about 15 minutes of prep of just getting my chicken down into some bite-sized pieces. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it in the pan. I'm going to season it up. I'm going to give it a little browning, and then I'm going to kind of remove it from the pan, and then I'm going to put the veg and stuff in, and we'll go from there. Let me wash my hands because I did touch chicken. Just call me the paper towel queen, right? Because I already have stacked, but I forget, so I grab more. So, see what?
Okay, trees.
Trees?
You're cutting down trees.
Oh, I don't know.
Paper.
Oh, trees, yeah. Okay, I get it. Paper towel. Paper towel. So, a little salt, a little pepper. My favorite spatula in the whole wide world. Me and this spatula, we've been together longer than my husband. Just saying. 29 years this July. I love my spatula. I love my husband dearly too. So while I'm sauteing this, guys, and I'm kind of going
I'm sorry.
sideways, let me just say, if you haven't already subscribed to Keto for Real Life People, hit the subscribe button. I don't know, which side would that be for you? It's over here on this side for y'all. I don't know. So hit the subscribe button if you want notifications when I drop a new, see, I'm learning new lingo. When I drop a new video, hit the notification. It'll say, Keto for Real Life People's doing something, and then you'll find out. Also, when I get done with this, I'll put the links down for anything that you guys ask me about, product-wise or whatever. And let's see what else. Oh, I'm wearing my Keto for Real Life People t-shirt. As you can see, it's kind of gotten a little big on me. And this morning when I put it on, it was a little bit cooler outside. So this will probably be the last time I ever get to wear it. But I'll also pop a link for threadless.com, and you can see the other cool things that are there for sale. There's t-shirts, there's tank tops, there's totes, and all kinds of good stuff. Yada, 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 yada. Now it's out of the way. So I'm going to turn this heat up a little bit. Just a wee bit here. I got one big piece of chunk of chicken there. It didn't. I just kind of, and what I did was I did trim off a little bit of the fat. I just don't care for it when it's already processed chicken. I like to take it off. And I also like to get off the little bits of gristle, you know, because there's a little bit of silver skin when they debone the chicken. So just cut it into bite-sized pieces. Y'all seen that okay? And this is going to be really good too because it's rustic and it's light. Somebody's talking to me. Let's see. Can someone tell me what she is making? Well, I haven't decided. It's just an Italian. It's a light Italian chicken and veg with a tomato and basil salad. It'll be in my cookbook, but I haven't named it yet. It's pretty much just showing you guys how you can get fat in. And let me see this for a second. Give your arm a break. I want y'all to see here how much fat there is in that. Okay? That is a lot of fat. And I will tell you that once I'll take the chicken out with a slotted spoon, and then I'll add the veg. It already smells good. I don't know what it is about food, but I've always loved it so much. I mean, hell, it's just chicken, salt and pepper, and olive oil. But it'll be good, I promise you. So, and I do want to kind of make sure this chicken's cooked pretty much through and through. I keep wanting to adjust my heat a little bit. So I'm going to check and see real quick, see if y'all got any questions. Y'all, okay, so California to Missouri, and now you say y'all too. That's me. I'm actually from California. Born there and lived there until I was 16. Moved away. No, whatever, guys. I lived there a long time. I got married there when I was 16. But I moved away in my 20s, and I think it was 1992, so where you do the math. I'm 52, going on 53. So, anyways, I lived in New Mexico for 10 years, and then I finally landed in Texas, and that's the place I always wanted to live since I was a little girl. Where at? I was born and raised in Sacramento.
Oh,
Actually, I was raised pretty much between the Bay Area and Modesto, California. As a matter of fact, my daughter still lives out that direction. My brother, my sister, I got family still there. They can have that state. Not saying anything against anybody who lives out in California, y'all, but I lived there, from there, but I've always wanted to live in Texas. Ah, hubby's from Modesto. That's cool. So, anyways, I'm going to show you guys SoCal. I was born in San Bernardino by accident. No offense, but Mama went down to Los Angeles when she was 9 months pregnant. What was she thinking? Anyway, I don't know. Okay, here you go. I'm going to hand that back to you because now this is coming along nicely. And I do want to get a bowl real quick. And you can follow me.
sorry for my whole horrible holding camera job.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
It's all
Now I'm going to kick it down a bit. So what I'm going to do, you want to come over here, Vickers? Is I'm just going to take this chicken and I'm going to pull it out for a minute because I want to get all this vegetable together. And it's going to be so tasty. And you'll see how fast this is. I mean, keto cooking isn't hard, right? Now, if you're wanting to make more complicated things, it just depends on what you want to do or how far you want to go or how much you love to cook. You know, it takes me time to make bread, or it takes time to make jelly or make condiments and stuff, but it's not necessary. You could easily chop up some vegetables. You can chop up a little bit of meat. Set that there. Now I've still got a good bit of fat in the pan, as you can see. I'm letting that cool down for just 1 second above the heat. And I'm just going to pop onions in. Now the onions, I like to sweat a little bit. It's when you let them kind of turn clear. And you add a little salt. That helps it along. And once I give them a minute, this is about medium heat, guys. Once they start getting a little clearer, then I'll add the garlic. You don't want to add the garlic right now because if you did, it would burn and then it would be bitter and then it would really throw the flavor of your dish off. So I'm going to see what y'all are saying now because I can see it rolling. Then it gives my sister-in-law's arm a break. I see Judy's here. Hi, lady. Melissa Wellborn. Melissa says, so glad you're doing the miracle stuff in the fridge for 2 weeks. Too nervous to try. Thank you. Yeah, my first time I bought it, it stayed in the cabinet for a year. And then I was like, hell no. I never did get brave enough. So, anywho, I'm going to wipe my fingers off and see here what we got going. How do I like the texture of the noodles? Well, I hear that, you know what, I did think they were just a little bit chewy, but maybe I will try cooking them a little bit longer in a dry saute pan. That's what I did last time. I didn't use them in water or anything, and they weren't so bad. Okay, so my onions are starting to go down a little bit. There you go. See, they're starting to get a little clear. They're softening a little bit. At this point, while I finish them off, I've got 3 cloves of garlic, all right? You can add more or less. I think that's just a good amount. And oh my God, y'all, it smells so good. So, so good. I got a little bit of bits and pieces there from the chicken. They're kind of caramelized, but it's good because that chicken's going to go right back in and when it's all said and done. So there we go. Now, I'm not even going to wait too long here because I don't want my garlic to start getting too hot. So I will cool it down a bit, and I'm going to add zucchini and peppers. Like I said, they're just rough chopped. I did 3 of the peppers and 2, well, I don't know, average sized zucchinis. They weren't overly big, and they weren't tiny either. They were just average sized. So now, and it's already so pretty in the pan, y'all. Can you see this? Yeah. I mean, I'm slinging veg everywhere.
Hey, that's our dinner, girl.
Yeah,
Stop
I know.
throwing it on the floor.
I can't waste this food now. I was gonna try to find music, you know that. You know that Italian music they do at the restaurants or in the movies and stuff? Yeah, I was going to try to be all techie. Well, I thought of that one too. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. But then I was like, I'm not making pizza. So I skipped it. So now that's going to saute, and actually it's going to saute for a little bit because I've got it on medium heat. It's sort of like making fried potatoes. You want it to cook through, and you want it to start getting a little bit of caramelization. You want that little bit of a crispiness because it adds so much flavor. So in the meantime, while we do that, while we're letting this go, and I'm standing here right beside it to watch it, I'll leave these on. I'll see if y'all are saying anything. Okay. Well, y'all are having such a great conversation. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad it's not glitching on us. Okay, so I probably am going to have to get some more basil, but I'm not sure. We'll see.
Showable.
Let me see if I can help you out. Vicki, your arm's going to be killing you.
There's the veggies that she's using.
Yes.
Roma tomatoes.
This is my other little tripod. You see it has a rubber band because this side broke, and I'm gonna try to make it work a little bit.
Right there is where you want it, or right here.
Well, watch how I do. Watch how I do.
So, anyways, while she's doing that,
Yeah.
we have cherry tomatoes. We have red onion, an Italian cucumber, and seasoned mozzarella. There, I spoke for her.
Yeah, she did speak for me.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, she's done. And I'm gonna tighten this down just a bit.
Hold that again.
Well, I think that I can manage it and tilt it. So long's there. Look, woohoo! We're both hands free. I know that has to be like killing you there. Oh, it's already smelling so good. Oh, my puppy. I haven't even showed anybody. You know, I got a puppy this... Oh, she's not a puppy. She's a 6-year-old retired lady now. But anyways, so yes, this weekend I got a little rescue dog. She's a 6-year-old ish little purebred dachshund. From what I can understand, she came from like a puppy mill type of situation. And she doesn't even know what toys are. Poor little girl. She got a little gray muzzle and a snout, but something about her. And I don't even care for these kind of pups, let me tell you. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
She's like,
I was going to say, did you want it?
ah, so much better.
And I'll take care of the squash when you do that.
Yeah, you could do that. And I can mess with this. You won't be in my camera. Okay, so my sister-in-law's like, I don't want to be on screen, but I'll watch all the zucchini and stuff. Okay, So let's talk about the salad we're going to have with it tonight. It's so easy, and it's forgiving. It's one of those, you put in it what you like, okay? Grabbing me a knife. So what I'm going to do is, while I was at Aldi's today, I got a pint of the cherry tomatoes, organic, for $1.99.
There, I just bombed you.
You know what? You know how much it was for regular pint? $1.79. When you hit deals like that, you're like, yeah, I don't mind paying 20 cents for organic. So I've got some red onion, and I can pull you guys down just a tad so that you can see what I'm doing. I feel like I need to talk Italian tonight. And I'm going to peel it. And I'm going to just slice up red onion, cucumbers, tomatoes, hit it with a little bit of fresh basil.
You ready for the mushrooms? You ready for the mushrooms?
Yes. Well, are they semi-tender?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about that for a second. You ready?
Give me a sec.
So when your veg starts getting tender, your peppers start getting a little tender, your zucchini starts getting a little tender, then go ahead and add your mushrooms. We've got the sliced mushrooms. And just continue to let it cook. Now those mushrooms are going to absorb some of the fat and some of the moisture, because that's what mushrooms do. That's why they're great fillers for when you're making a meatloaf, a keto meatloaf. You can just use ground mushrooms in place of breadcrumbs, and they will do the same thing. But that doesn't mean that you don't have fat. It just means that it's absorbed in. And we will continue. So I'm going to take y'all back here. And I've got a bowl ready. And this is so easy. So easy. So I just want a little bit of this onion. I'll set this out of the way. And it's up to you. You could do it in slices. You can dice it. You can do it in rings. It's whatever your preference. But I prefer to kind of have, I should check and see if y'all are saying something, huh? So what I'm going to do is with the cherry tomato, I'm going to cut them in half. So when I'm making a salad or like this size, this is kind of what size I want my onion to be as well. I don't want it to be big chunks of onion that are bigger than my tomato. So again, it's just going to be kind of a rustic chop across the grain here. Can you see it? Yeah. And I'm not going to even use all of this. I'm just saying, yeah. They can't. The rubber band doesn't show.
Oh no, I meant this white line.
Huh?
I didn't know what that white line was.
Oh, that's just me recording.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
She's never been over here when I've done one of these. So anyway, this is what we end up with. And I will add more or less, depending. But you just crumble it apart. And I'm ending up with little bits and pieces of onion. Don't want to overwhelm it, but as you can see, they're just little bits. And then I'm going to go with the tomato. Let me pull this over here. And really, I will tell you guys, this does not take as long as you think. When you're doing this live and you're trying to talk and make sure your shots are right, and you know that you're not dropping the camera like I did when I first tried to get this going. Now I know it has to stay in portrait. Now I know I have to figure out how to make my projector thingy, tripod work. So it would probably only take you about 30 minutes to make this meal in its entirety. It's really super simple. And I'm going to kind of make, well, I'm going to use up these tomatoes, that's for sure, because I adore tomatoes and mozzarella cheese and cucumbers and, it's one of my favorite salads. And like I said, it's so hot out. So I'm going to see where y'all are at. Ha-ha. Okay. Okay, somebody's talking about when the stars hit your thigh like a garlic zero carb noodles. That's amore. That's cute. Yes, we're gonna have to make keto versions of our favorite songs. There. Oh, I kept feeling like I was being crowded. Okay, hold on. We will do it. So, come with me, peoples. And I slung a mushroom out. Now, as you can see, this has already started to cook down a bit. Look here. See? And we've got the chicken. It's going to go back in the pan. And I'm just going to give it all a stir. Oops, there you go. And I'm going to let it cook some more. And I'm just going to, I think it'll be fine, Vic, because I'm just going to let it, some of that moisture cook down a little bit. And I'm going to get a little more caramelization and color on it. So then I'm going to kick you all around this way. And I got to take this little plastic wrapper off this. They were out of regular cucumbers at Walmart because I don't know what it is about Walmart, but it seems like all the time they're out of everything now. Don't anybody say a damn word. So let me give this a rinse. But you just take this and you cut it in half. Again, we're looking at, for me, I like the consistency of the cut. So I'm going to quarter it. But rather than make it little thin slices, I'm just going to, well, just like this. They're probably about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch slices. Just like that. Yummy, delicious. And you can already see that the colors are going to come together beautifully. Trying to make it all fit. When you have a little kitchen, I'm telling you, it can be quite challenging. Well, hell, there went another one of my pieces of veg on the floor. And I'm going to separate my onions. It's a tight little onion. Usually they just fall apart when you slice them, but sometimes they don't. So you just help them along a little bit. Because you don't want to bite big chunks of onion. Oh my goodness. What are y'all having for dinner tonight? Anybody gonna copy this? It's gonna be tasty. I saw a hand thing. Is that something new? That's kind of cool. Trying to keep up with this here. There we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so I've got a comment. Let me give a stir. Let me come back over here, you guys. Ah, yes. And then you see that it starts kind of turning color. Now this salad is almost done. I gotta make a little bit more of it. And then we're gonna see what it says. Terry says, hi Nancy, great to see you live. Just finished dinner, lots of leftovers, made salad with lots of fat. Your meal looks good, but I am full. Judy's having pork chops, Brussels sprouts, and picked cucumbers. Girl, I did the pork chop Brussels sprout thing yesterday. It was so good. So good. But again, this is going to be just something special. And I'm going to tell y'all, I needed some veg. I really did. It's been a busy weekend, eating on the go, probably just grabbing some protein and fat, macadamia nuts. And I really just haven't had any vegetables probably since, well, I had broccoli on Sunday, and then I had some Brussels sprouts yesterday. But I feel like I need a bunch. Does anybody else get like that? Do y'all get like that when the spring comes? Like all of a sudden you want your vegetables. You've got to have your vegetables. Because I get to where I just crave them terribly. Terribly, I tell you. I'll tell you guys another thing too. I have this little basil plant. Poor little guy or girl, I don't know. Anyways, I bought it back in February, and I thought it would die. I bought it from Walmart in the produce section, and that little thing just lived. So I put it in a pot and stuck it outside, and it's scraggly as heck, but it's still producing leaves. So thanks basil plant. Yes, love my vegetables. Yeah, me too. So, all right, we've got the cucumber. I need some more tomato. Again, you eyeball it. You see what your ratio should be. I think this will be enough tomato when I get done here. And, you know, whatever's left over is going to marinate, and it's going to taste even better tomorrow. That's one thing I love about these type of salads. Using oil and vinegars, they just get such good flavor the longer they sit. They are delish. Okay, so let me put all this out of my way. I'll bring this over here, and I'll show y'all. Let's see. Vicky fixed fathead pizza for supper. First time making it, and it turned out great. That's low carb keto rockstar. Booyah! Hell yeah, that is. So this is looking delish. And so is this. See? So good. Here was my other find at Aldi's. Now, you could pay more and get one of those little containers that have the little mozzarella balls in it, but I only paid $3.19 for 8 ounces, and that's amazing. So I'm going to open this package up, and I know where my scissors are and my drainer because I washed them. And I'm just going to cut it into my own little bite-sized pieces, and it's going to be so tasty. And it's got the best. Oh, this one's, oh guys, look. This one's kind of like broken into pieces. So that's going to be awesome. It's almost like a little twisty. So I'm just going to chop, chop, chop. You hear this cooking over here? So now I'm getting caramelization in here. Vic, would you mind grabbing me a bowl from up there so we can put this meat in it? And we'll also be putting pasta in it. Just toss it.
Glass or metal?
Glass. It's heavier. Can you handle it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to take this mozzarella. I think I'd be good, huh? With accents. Mozzarella. Of course, I would only be able to say mozzarella. And see, I can't even say that. Jadia. Well, it's funny because, you know, you'll watch people on TV, announcers, newscasters, I don't care what it is. And we all talk the way we talk, you know, pretty much no accent, whatever it is. But when we say a name or we name something like adobo sauce, I could be talking like this, but then I have to say adobo sauce. So I used about 4 ounces. I'm thinking I'm going to be generous because my sissy is here tonight. So I'm going to go with 1 more ounce. And I think that's going to be delish. All right, guys. So before I mix the salad, we're going to pop back over here because we are down to end game on this. Okay? I want you to see just how lovely it is. It's got the nice little browning, caramelized peppers, onions, zucchini, mushrooms, and into the bowl it goes. Into the bowl. And you know what? Do you see what I'm doing? I'm scraping every bit out. I want every drip drop of that fat, and I want it to go over that veg. And I'm going to set that there for a second. I'm going to finish the salad off, and then we're going to wrap it up with some noodles, okay? So, let me just show you guys. I'm a little bit of a tosser here. There's your salad with the mozzarella. And I'm just going to take a little splash of this here. Maybe 2 tablespoons. Maybe. Just a little splash. And then I'm going to grab a little more olive oil. And I'm also going to give that a little drizzle. I'll probably go a little heavier on that just because I want it to marinate a little more. And then last but not least, fresh basil. And I'm just going to I roll it up in a little ball. And what is that called when we do that? Chiffonade, yes. It's one of those things. See, I'm really love trivia, but I know that if I was ever to go into competition, my brain would freeze. Because when I'm on the spot, I'm like, I forgot. All right, so there we go. A little fresh basil. And we can just toss this. I'm a hands girl. I'm going to eat it. My sis knows I wash my hands, so there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. All that wonderful flavor. Oh, I'll pepper it, but I'm not going to pepper it until a little bit later. Okay. And that salad is done. You could pop it in the fridge. Like I said, you can make this. This is a great salad. You can make it, take it to work, make it easy, put it in a container. Just dive right into it. Bring you some protein along, whatever. I'm going to set it in the fridge. And now, on to the show. I'm going to move you. Come with me. Come with me, my darlings. Oh, and I better grab my scissors. I had them over on the sink because I needed them. And then I needed them over there by the stove, too. So, let's talk. Oh, I know it's a little bright. It's like, the light is in my sink. Yeah, it's super high dollar expensive. I have uplighting in my sink. Not. All right, so here's the deal, okay? We're going to do the noodles now. And I'm telling you. They stink. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You want to smell these? No. They're stinky. It's just, I guess, the earthiness or whatever. And so I just dump them into the sink. And I shower them and shower them and shower them and shower them. And I'm going to, Vic, would you put that pan back on the stove for me? Because I'm going to, this only takes a minute, you guys. You just kind of run your hand in here and you stir it and you just keep the water going. And it rinses that earthy smell out. Huh? No. No oil for these. They need to dry out. And then we're going to toss these noodles into this veg mixture. And you know, if you felt like using marinara, you could. If you wanted to use Alfredo, you could. But I don't feel like having those heavy sauces, you know? So, and then you give it a smell. I can smell it just a little bit. So, just keep on. Again, I only eat these. This is probably my third time trying these. My third time since January. And I think they're fine every once in a while. I don't think I could do these on a regular. For one thing, they're so high in fiber, that's why they zero out. They zero out and they are super high in fiber. Okay, we are there. And then just drain them a bit. And you notice, okay, so that pan is heating up again. I'm going to move y'all back. Take you back over here with me. Oh. And I'm going to use a little bit of paper towel and just wipe this pan out until it's kind of dry. All right. It's hot. And I'm going to pop those in there. Get my handy dandy spatula. And they do kind of dry out and they don't stick. So I read on the package directions that you could boil them, but I don't know, something that's already in water just doesn't seem right to boil it some more. Okay, Judy says she bought those noodles, threw them out, couldn't get past the smell, can't handle the fungus. That's why I don't eat mushrooms. Yeah, that's one of those things. That's true, but you know, you can get past the smell. So some people can, some people can't. I can. And you just, you know, you just toss them. Get them to turn around in the pan. Use tongs would probably be better for these. My nose, my nose. I gotta. You ever notice you're cooking or you get your hands wet and then all of a sudden you got a tickle on your nose? So, yeah, this works, guys. You just. And I kind of want them dry. There's quite a bit of moisture still. But I've got the heat on medium. And they are coming along nicely. Now, at this point, we could use some red pepper flakes. We could hit them with a little bit more. We could use a little butter. We could use a little more garlic. Or we could just toss this all together and top it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to toss these noodles into the vegetable and the chicken. Then we're going to have the salad. And it's going to be bon appetito. There was another one of my good ones. Okay, I admit it. I'm a picky eater. Always have been. Really, Judy? I would never know. I would never guess, girl. Believe it or not, there are a lot of picky eaters out there. You should see my mother. My mother is a very picky eater. The only vegetables she likes are canned corn, canned green beans, canned peas, canned spinach, and she likes her salad vegetables. But you try to get her to eat zucchini or mushrooms or cabbage, okra, any of those turnip greens, she's like, no, 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 no. Not doing it. Okay, now, guys, I'm not hearing near as much sizzle. You can kind of hear that water as it cooks off. And now my pan is dry as I'm stirring these around. Ah. And you can't taste. They taste like nothing. So they just take on the flavor of whatever it is you're doing. So let's wrap this up. Okay? Bring it over here. And bring it over here. Get rid of this knot. I'm just going to bring this bowl here. I'm going to take and put this pasta in here. Sit there. Turn that off. And then I'm going to give a nice turn with the veg and the chicken. You could hit it with some Parmesan cheese. And there you have it. You've got this wonderful thing. And I am going to add some parm. I wish I had remembered to get some shredded, but I don't. So I think just a little sprinkle of this for flavor will be delicious. A bon appetito, y'all. You really got to kind of take it apart because it wants to sit like a big ball. Let me plate. Let me just plate for you guys. Miserable. Alright, so I will hit a little parm. I'll grab some red pepper flakes. Where are they? Where are they? Right here. Y'all know me. I love my red pepper flakes. They're so delicious. So yummy. I like that little pop of spice. And there you have it. I want you guys to really see it. I want you to see it because that lighting is just doesn't do it justice. There we go. I wonder if I could turn it around. There we go. And there you go. You've got wonderful bell peppers, baby bells, the chicken, the zucchini, the mushroom, the onion. You can't beat it. If it wasn't me and lives and cooking things, I tell you what, I don't know what I'd do. So that with a little salad. Hell, I've even got some red wine in there and some strawberries. We're gonna have so much fun tonight, y'all. Beautiful salad, high fat, okay? The whole point was to show you how you could add fat. There was like 4 tablespoons in there. The chicken is fatty. Then I probably added another 2 or 3 tablespoons to the salad. You do get a little bit of fat from the mozzarella, but it's good, healthy fat. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna see if y'all have any comments. We're good. I thank you all for showing up. Kept it under an hour. So yes, I'm so happy. Did I show you guys the size of those strawberries? I ate the biggest one. It was like an apple. I swear. But I saved one for her too, because you know how they do. They put the best ones on top. Girl, you will not believe this, Vic.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the size of these strawberries. They're just like munching on, I'm like, look, giant strawberries. All right, guys, that's it for me tonight. I hope you enjoyed this. I really don't know what to call it. It's just a rustic Italian chicken. There you go, rustic Italian chicken. I named it, with a tomato basil salad. You guys have a great night. And remember what I say, a fat's a first, a moderate the protein, and a low carb. I get you some.